Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back with another video. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. If you want to join my Discord, okay, and watch me live stream, so beneficial. Like literally, I've been getting tons of good feedback on my live streams. Well, I guarantee will help so much. If you want to join that, just click the link in the description. You can buy the monthly, or I have a discount fee, 50% discount. It's usually $700, but right now it's $350. That ends tomorrow. So if you're interested, it's so beneficial. All right, and then the other thing is, if you haven't stopped watching the video because I'm promoting my Discord. No, I'm just kidding. The other thing is, if you want to start trading futures, okay, click the Apex link in the description. I literally backtested so many strategies on the Apex accounts, and they're so cheap, and there's a 71% off sale right now. So there's a code somewhere. I don't even know what the code is, but yeah, click that link in the description below. All right, so today's video, I'm just gonna literally simply be doing a review on today. All right, and I'm gonna go through my thought process. Okay, the thing I like about missing London is this. All right, when I wake up in the morning, okay, which is usually around 8 o'clock. Okay, I take a look at the market, and the 8 o'clock candle, it looked like this. All right, and this is the first gem. If I did not know the time frame here, would I still be bullish no matter what? Yes, I would. Why? Because we see the signature price of this bearish fair value gap getting broken, this one too, which just says we're probably going to buy side. I don't care if this is in the 1 second, 1 minute, 1 millisecond, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 1 week, 1 year. It's the same thing, okay? It will go to the next high, which is right here, okay? Really right here, but I mean, once we hit this, we just accelerate to this low resistance liquidity and hit this. Okay, so when I woke up this morning, I marked these equal lows, and I told my chat, I said, note these equal lows. However, the draw is going to be here. Why do I still note these equal lows? Right? I still note these equal lows because I know when we go back on the sell side of the curve, these will be great target. Now, at the time, we were on the buy side of the curve, so these didn't matter to me. Okay, and I knew we'd be on the buy side of the curve until we hit this high. And then once we hit this high, I told my chat, I'm like, all right, now we look for the short setup because we want these equal lows. Okay, so now we look for the short setup. And all we needed to see was a 5-minute fair value gap or some sort of displacement down. Okay, which we got. And at this time, I was hunting for a trade. I did not see any trade here. The only trade I tried taking here was I tried taking this long because I saw us react nicely to a bullish fair value gap on the 15-minute here. And I do regret taking this long. I kind of asked myself, I'm like, is this a good long when these equal lows below? And I was like, kind of maybe, because ES at the same time was holding a 15-minute fair value gap. At the time it was. But what did I do? I only took one contract because I didn't think it was a good play. I was kind of itching to get it a play at this point. It was like an hour and a half I was on stream without a play. So I kind of just tried one contract long, and I literally was only targeting here. Because with the equal lows below, I was like, yeah, this isn't really a good play. I'm not going to target them much. So I tried scalping this to this high because when the market breaks this inverse, I know we have to hit the next swing high at least, even if the bias is bearish. So that was my idea behind this. And what happened was we went up, stopped out. I stopped out. We hit the low a day again, and then we went up. We took out the high, and I think this is what ICT had labeled buy-side liquidity. All right, this is a gem. Like I just figured this out. I literally just figured this out in live time. Hold up for a second. You guys, if you saw ICT's tweet today, he had something labeled buy-side liquidity in the random of this random price action. I don't understand why, but I think I understand why now. All right, this is like a light bulb moment for me. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so 1024. Yep, dude, I know why. This is a light bulb moment for me. Listen. The way I trade these inverses is once we close above this, I know the market has to target the next swing high. That's how the algorithm works. I just know it. So I think he had this labeled buy side because he saw this and he knew that this had to hit, but he also knew the bias is bearish. So I think that's his idea of why he why he labeled this buy side. If that makes sense to any of you, that's just how the algorithm works, and that's just a light bulb in my head that's just wow, that just completely went off when I was just doing this video. But yeah, that's probably why I was so confused why I had this labeled as buy side because it was just a random high, but it's because of this. I think I'm pretty sure that makes sense. I mean, maybe there's another reason, but it definitely lines up with my thought process. Anyways, and then I took another one contract short after getting stopped out. I took it here, this zone right here. And at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to hold till the equal lows to try to make this loss back. And the only reason I took one contract was because I didn't like this price action whatsoever. Okay, this was horrible price action. So I didn't want to go that heavy. And what happened was we hit low a day. I moved the stop to break even. And typically, if I had 2 or 3 contracts, I'm selling here. But I couldn't because I only had one. So I ended up holding, and then I got stopped to break even. Then we kept going down. And then I re-enter yet again up this candle. I'm like, all right, now we're getting displacement. I figured at this time we'd now go to the equal lows, and we did. Okay, and I alerted in my Discord. You can check my Twitter for I had a 60-point move or 50-point move. I alerted, so made up everything and more. 15th green day in a row, baby. Let's go. But once I saw this displacement out of this range and this crappy price action, I was like, all right, now we're probably going to displace down. So I ended up shorting this candle right here. Right before this closed, I shorted it because there was like 5 seconds before it closed. I'm like, okay, this is going to be formed as a fair value gap. Versus if I shorted this candle right when it opened, what if this fair value gap got closed? Right? What if we wicked up here? I would have been screwed. So I actually shorted this candle a few seconds before it closed. And then I just took it down to the equal lows and I alerted the all in stream. But again, like today was not easy at first because we were kind of chopping around in here, and this was a bullish PD array and discount. And the only reason why I tried the long one contract was because we kind of reacted out of the 4-hour fair value gap nicely the other day. So I didn't know like right here, this is the one I'm talking about. And I don't know if that was a confirmation setup or not. I wanted to be bearish, but I wasn't entirely sure. So I kind of told people, I'm like, once this gets closed below, I knew we were gonna dump. However, we didn't have to wait for the close. We just had to see the 1-minute chart. This told me we are gonna close below. So sometimes you can anticipate closes if you see displacement in the lower time frame. And then when we got to these equal lows, I kind of watched here. I was like, okay, are we gonna displace through these equal lows? And I saw we did. See how we really displace through these and we don't retrace at all here? That told me there was probably a higher time frame objective at that point, and I realized we were going to go down to this 4-hour fair value gap. So I saw this 4-hour fair value gap. I saw how much we went through these lows. So I was like, okay, because of this, we're probably going to go to here now. Versus if I saw us hit these lows and go right back up, I would have expected a long setup without hitting this 4-hour fair value gap. But the displacement in live time here told me we're probably going to this 4-hour fair value gap. And look what happened. Look, we almost hit it, but we didn't. It was right here. And we end up inversing another BPR here. We inverse this BPR. And then we went back down again. So you can just see the magic of hitting these levels, but we actually don't hit them. Right? You're going to see a lot of retail traders be like, oh, this is support, but we don't actually hit them. Then we go back. So that was my last short of the day took. The other play I do want to go over is now that we're in the 4-hour fair value gap, if you're looking for a reversal out of this 4-hour fair value gap, what do you look for? You look for a bearish fair value gap to be formed. That's a singular one. This is a singular bearish fair value gap. And you look for that to be closed above. Right? Second is closed above. Look what happens. Where do you target? You long, once this closed above, you target this high up here. All because we're inside of 4-hour fair value gap. And you can see it just beautifully hits. And then really after this, maybe I'd hold runners, but it would honestly depend on the day. I probably would have hold runners there, but I was golfing at that point and I was green for the day, so I didn't really care. But yeah, pretty decent day. If I would say, again, green every single day this week. We've been green every single day on stream for the last 3 weeks in a row, so super nice. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope everyone enjoys the weekend, and peace.